One of the fundamental things in chatbots is obviously capturing the user intent, and most often a chatbot only captures the first intent or the highest scoring intent. So you will see here in this example, I'm using IBM Watson Assistant as the chatbot environment to demonstrate this. And the user says, what's the time, what time is it, and what's my schedule? And you see meetings intent is at 81% and time intent sits at 79%. So both of these intents, meetings and time, are basically of equal importance. But because meetings score 2% higher than time, that intent will receive the attention and the other intent will be disregarded. So this is a vulnerability often found in chatbots. Often during testing, the user will test with single intents, and obviously users speak with multiple intents or compound intents, and both of these should actually be addressed. So I will show you a very rudimentary brief demonstration using IBM Watson Assistant. So here's my test pane, and if I say turn the light on and open the door, Watson comes back with I've opened the door, also the light has been turned off. And this is because both of these intents are of equal importance to the user and both needs to be addressed. So typically you'll find that the chatbot will say I've opened the door, and then the user needs to repeat themselves by saying turn the light on, and then the chatbot will reply by saying the light has been turned on. The other approach is disambiguation. So often a chatbot will try and disambiguate and say, do you want to open the door or switch the light on? And the user might say both, and the chatbot will return, should I open the door or switch the light on? So disambiguation works, but it can also lead to a case of fallback proliferation, where the chatbot keeps on asking the same question. And if both is of high importance, then both should be addressed. So if I go to the contextual variables, you'll see that I've got a confidence threshold of 50%. So any intent below 50%, I'm really not interested in. Then I capture my intents here, and then you'll see my first intent is open door, and my second intent is light on. And obviously you can have a third, fourth and fifth intent in there as well. So just quickly looking at the application structure, this demo has got no entities. I've got a few intents: date, light on, meetings, open door, time, and volume higher. Just some general intents. Then if you go to the dialog, you will see that here's the welcome dialog. So here, if the chatbot sees, so there's the welcome. If the chatbot sees that the intents is null, it sets the confidence threshold to 50%. Here you see if it sees the threshold is set, I capture the intents in this intents contextual variable. I just extract the first intent and I extract the second intent. So again, you can have up to 5 intents if it's more than 50% to confidence, and typically in a production environment you will loop through those intents. And then I just have a condition in the next dialog note saying if the first intent is open door and the second intent is light on, say I've opened the door and I switch the light on. So this is a very basic demonstration, but obviously for a production environment you will have a loop in this instance where you loop through the intents, and here you will have a staggered approach where you just drop through your different intents and address them one at a time.